My name is Ashley Hill. I'm 24 years old. I'm from Utah. Went to Brigham Young University, graduated with a business degree. Been married for 2 years to my husband Alex. I play the piano, guitar, and ukulele. I'm a travel enthusiast, like basketball, played basketball, Disney lover, do videography, love music, snow cones, dad jokes, surfing, wakeboarding. I don't love wakeboarding, that's a lie. Like home improvement projects, which is ironic because we live in a 1-bedroom apartment and don't do any. Served a service mission for my church for 1.5 years. After that, I was a teacher for some senior missionaries, was the director of marketing for a travel company, executive admin for a major university, an Amazon brand growth specialist, and am the founder and CEO of Core Qualities.
Underneath all the accolades, achievements, jobs, schooling, hobbies, who is Ashley Hill?
I am Ashley Hill, and these are my core qualities. Growing up, my parents divorced when I was 5 due to an abusive situation. My brother and I continued in that situation until I was 11 because of court and different legal matters. Then we had to stay involved through phone calls until I was 18, so many years after. In a lot of ways, I'd say that made me grow up really fast and deal with some really heavy things at a young age that kids shouldn't really have to go through. I went to counseling for 6 years during that time to help navigate everything and learn how to counter some of the negative effects that came from it, and learned that there's no shame in counseling. I had to overcome that fear. There's a little bit of a stigma there, and counseling was something that really benefited me in my life. I think the quality that I developed during this time was courage. Courage to go through counseling when that was a really scary thing. Courage to speak up about what was happening to other people, to let them know that we were in that situation, and courage to speak up for myself. I was the one who eventually said no more to our abuser. We're not putting up with this, and I was 11 at the time. So now that I'm 24, fear of anything, right? Like trying, creating, failing, just seems really small in comparison to this big thing that I had to overcome at a really young age. As long as I can remember, I've always had this inner confidence and knowledge of my true worth. I've never pulled it from things like boys or money or looks or clothing, likes on social media, from other people, a house, a job. It's never come or changed because of any of those things. But I mean, this didn't come easy. It developed with hard work and conscious decisions that I've had to make. For example, I didn't have my first kiss until I was 18. And I had plenty of opportunities, but I made that decision to help me not put my confidence in boys or how they felt about me. This actually really helped me later in life when I got into more serious relationships and breakups. Though I'd be sad, I wasn't totally lost or devastated or destroyed because I lost that person, because I had confidence, not in that person, but in myself. By the way, I've only ever kissed 3 people ever, my husband being the 3rd, and that is something that I am incredibly proud that I kept special. I've also dressed modestly in a way that's probably unpopular. Not because I don't think that all the clothes are cute or trendy or stylish, but that was a personal choice that I made in an effort to be different and live the values that I believe in, regardless of what anyone else thought or regardless of what was popular. And all of those choices helped me one way or another to build and add to my self-esteem and inner confidence. Another core quality of mine is drive. I am very driven, and this one's kind of a strength and a weakness. I have the Michael Jordan mentality of never accepting anything but my very best and always giving 120%. Because of that, I can be pretty hard on myself sometimes, but this is also one of my very favorite qualities about myself. I'm always motivated and optimistic, and I set goals and make plans to accomplish them. I know exactly what I want and exactly what I need to do to get there, and nothing can stop me or get in my way. I absolutely deal with fear like everyone else, fear of failure or whatever it might be, but how I overcome it is I find something that means even more to me than fear. Some people call this your why or your purpose. In the case of this company, Core Qualities, the thing that's scarier to me than failing is women not knowing their worth and what they're capable of, and allowing themselves to fall subject to the world and the standards that the world has. And that is terrifying to me. So I'd much rather look like an idiot and have my company be a total flop and a total failure than to stand by and watch that happen, knowing that I could have done something about it. Beauty isn't something that you can buy or find or build or create. It's something that you're born with. It's not anything. It's not clothing or hair, makeup, nails, tucking, trimming, plucking. It's not wealth or status. Beauty is the light in your countenance, and it increases when you're kind and you serve and you love and gain knowledge and wisdom. Beauty is women who understand who they are and know what they're capable of and who pursue that and who choose that. Women who know their roles with or without social or public approval, who aren't swayed by popular opinion, but rather their inherent nature. It's exercise and nutrition, not to be skinny or to look fit, but to be healthy and strong. And it has nothing to do with our outer appearance, like the world would make it seem, but it has everything to do with you and your core qualities.
What insecurities?
I think I'm too tall and lanky and skinny. I have really long arms, but it's just how I'm naturally built. I also have a really pointy nose. It's not really something I can change. I have a permanent fat lip from stitches that I got in a tubing accident, and I feel like people stare at it sometimes. I also have permanent bags under my eyes because I can't sleep. I'm always thinking about ideas for my company, or like that's where my best ideas come, is in the middle of the night. Regarding myself, my biggest fear and insecurity is that I won't reach my full potential and what I was made to do, what I've been given the tools to do. I also fear that people won't like me or being raw and open and vulnerable with these videos. Yeah. So I think it's important to talk about our insecurities because, number one, everybody has them. So I don't think that's something that we should pick on people for or bully people about. We're already aware. Even though we all have insecurities, I would hope that they don't stop us from doing things and connecting with people and putting ourselves out there and trying. I would never want to hold back from meeting somebody new because I'm insecure about my fat lip or my bags under my eyes. I don't think they should hold us back. Even though we all have them, we have the opportunity to overcome them if we choose. It's all about how we view it. Like what we're trying to do with this company, right, is make people feel comfortable and confident in their own skin. A lot of reasons. A study was done and found that 89% of women believe that they are overweight. That is 9 out of 10 girls in a room, and that is devastating, and it needs to change. And it begs the question, what has led to that statistic? I want to do everything in my power to build a brand that switches and changes that mindset. I want to build a network of intelligent, driven, kind, purposeful, strong women to help lead their families and their communities. I want to strip down all of the external appearance, surface level looks, and get down to the nitty-gritty meat and the core of people. What matters to them, experiences that they've gone through, what they've learned, and allow them to share that on this platform. When we get to that level, that's when we really learn and bond and grow and understand. I also want to help women understand that they are what matters and not things. Not to pull their confidence or their worth from clothing or any external thing. Their value and their worth never changes, and that's something that comes from within. I want to help people understand that body and outer compliments aren't actual compliments that have meat about somebody's character. To tell someone that they're skinny and they look good for losing weight, that those don't actually hold weight. I want to change the culture of women and help women understand that we can cheer each other on, to be able to see someone doing something great and say, wow, she's great and so am I, rather than comparing ourselves or being so hard on each other. Another reason why I started this company is to build unity between men and women, to help women understand that they don't have to do it all alone and that they shouldn't do it all alone, and to highlight the men who are helping women and put a positive light on the balance that men and women can bring to each other. They each have unique differences. We are stronger together. I've never had a little sister until I got married and inherited one. And now that I have one, I want to give her all of the advice and help and encouragement to really know that being popular is not as important as living your values. And all the other little sisters in the world, I want to make sure that they have someone who is giving them that advice. Core Qualities is a minimalistic clothing brand on a mission to help all women understand their purpose and pursue their potential to change the world for good. To accomplish this, we build women's self-esteem and confidence by simplifying the outer appearance to focus attention on the innate value and core qualities of every individual. Our clothing sizes are unique and different from what the beauty industry has done in the past. Rather than small, medium, and large, our size names are qualities. So instead, we use names like courageous, kind, optimistic, to help redirect the focus to what actually matters.